stated once that the sinful person is much better than the upright and good individual. Ajib, unique statement. That look at the sinful person commits sins, and where is the person who's pious, upright and good? The difference is, you could say, like the difference between the heavens and the earth. And Hadhrat is saying that the sinful person is better, much better. But the sinful person is that person. The greatness is of something else, due to something else. That if you have ibadah for Allah, you worship for Allah, you are worshipping Allah, you are praying salah, you are doing dhikr, you are praying tahajjud, all of the good actions you are implementing. But behind that there's a great element factor which is essential, the underlying factor. Why is there a difference between the two? The difference came because the sinful man who committed the sins, he had different emotions, feelings. And the worshipper, he had different feelings, different reasons, different factors. Even though he sinned and he worshipped, but the feelings were different. The reasons were different. The different situation then came back. His feeling was what? That he definitely sinned. Say subhanallah. No doubt he sinned. Very easily I'm making this subject for you so you can understand. No doubt he sinned, but he had a feeling within him. He had regret and remorse. He had humbleness, humility. He had an attachment with Allah. He was drowning in his sins. He said, Allah, I am finished. I will never succeed. And the other man, the worshipper, he did a lot of worship. But what feelings did he have? That I'm everything. I'm the best. No one's better than me. Such ibadah, such worship with haughtiness in which a person becomes proud and big-headed, thinking he's incomparable, and he starts to make a fuss, and he puts his nose in the air, and he thinks he can see paradise upon him reading tahajjud. And after doing good deeds, he thinks he's the best and untouchable, and thinks he's deserved, and he gets fakhr and pride. Look at the difference between the two. So he had humility, he was simple, he sinned, but he cried and looked at them and said, I can never go to paradise, I cannot leave the sins, I cannot get these rewards. Due to his humility, subhanallah, he had yaqeen in Allah that I am a mujrim, I am a criminal. Say subhanallah. Yes, he had a life, and life is a very great, he had that feeling. The people say, there's a statement in Urdu, that I want to eat, we take people's wealth, and then we're angry on them as well, and we're stubborn in front of them. That you take someone who's pious and then we're stubborn. So we take Allah's food, we take help from Allah, we are taking Allah's mercy, and we are taking all the bounties and favors of Allah, and then we stand in front of Allah stubborn and challenge Allah, and we stand like shaitan. What's your dhikr? We don't have to do dhikr. We'll do what we want. When we come, we'll come when we feel like it. Then what's this, Imam? I'll take it off on one way, one. This is stubbornness. And who? The people who pray salah. I do this action. I pray, I worship. You should embrace that Allah, that you have given me this reward that millions of people don't have. Whether I got this by stumbling along it, upon it or whatever. I'm a sinful person. I'm not deserved of this. But it won't come off me now. Allah, it won't come away from me. No, subhanallah. Say subhanallah. This is love. Take this off or leave this action. Where in this salah? Take it off this salah. Is this a game that Allah Ta'ala has given you such a great reward? We consider this a game because this is kibr, pride. We are this, we are that. The millions of people are asleep. How comes you gave me this ni'mah? I promise Allah will never leave this action. Aha, yes. Difference, do you see the difference now? The person who leaves, he's maghrur, he's proud. He's proud. Haughtiness. To go to the side of a wali Allah, to find a wali Allah. It's as hard as if in this day and age a person was to get to a prophet. I swear by Allah, I'm telling you the truth. That to go and find a sincere, kamil, complete wali Allah, friend of Allah, and to start tazkiyah is so hard, just as if you arrived next to a nabi, a prophet. Yes, is this a small thing, my friends? If Allah gives you the wealth of ibadah, then you definitely need something alongside this. What's that? Just like with that wealth of the world, money, you need to protect it. In the same way you need to protect your ibadah. Allah's given you uruj, salah, dhikr, tawfiq, friend of Allah. You got a connection. Then alongside that you need something very important, necessary, essential to protect your deen. Because if you don't have that, it'll destroy you. This is the first lesson that Allah Ta'ala gave to that we learn from shaitan. That alongside this, something will come into your heart, which is kibr, pride. Pride. Definitely pride comes. Yes, automatically it comes. And if somebody For example, if Allah gives him high level qiraat, he becomes a qari in recitation, he'll start feeling, I'm the best qari. If someone becomes a hafidh, he'll have pride, I'm the best hafidh. If he becomes an alim scholar, he'll have pride, I'm the best scholar. If he's a muhaddith, he'll have pride, I'm a muhaddith, I've studied hadith. Remember these points. Remember this. So we need to protect our deen, so we don't become proud of our deen. So as a Sheikh Sadi Rahmatullah gave this lesson in an excellent manner, in an excellent way. An example is coming, very simple examples come to my mind, so we reinforce this learning. You know, yogurt. You can have sweet yogurt and you can have sour yogurt. Yeah, bitter or sour. Why is there sour and sweet? Yes, sometimes if you have cultivated yogurt, we used to live in the countryside, we used to cultivate the yogurt, and you see that in Pakistan, India, how people overnight cultivate. You get the milk, and you put the milk, you heat it up, and then you let it get hot, and the cream comes on. Then you put it into a pot, then you wrap it up, and then you store it in the night in a heated environment. And the yogurt, it cultivates in the night. You put it into the container, you sleep, and then the yogurt sets. It sets, doesn't it? Now, if you put some sweetener into that yogurt, then you'll get sweet yogurt. Say subhanallah. And if somebody has put something sour or salty, then the yogurt will be salty or sour. So it's not the fault of the yogurt, the fault of the consequences due to the person who's setting the yogurt, making it. So if your ibadat, all your worship, if you do ibadah worship to the heights, high level, and if you've done ibadah with tazkiyah, purification, you've mixed your ibadah with purification, rectification, then all your ibadah will be good, pure. Say subhanallah. It depends how you have adopted and adapted and implemented your ibadah. Depends what you've injected into your ibadah. So the Pious said that if you want to set your yogurt properly,